Well, good morning, movers and shakers, and thank you. And I'm always excited to speak in front of the group. I love speaking, but I always grapple with how to speak about my job, what I do for people. How do I explain financial planning? It's so broad and vast, and there are so many topic areas that I have to know about and that I might be talking to a particular client about. How do I explain to people what financial planning is and why they would benefit and what is my value proposition? I always grapple with that. And the reason I grapple with that is because honestly, I don't spend a minute of my day doing that. What I spend my day doing is meeting with people and actually doing the planning, actually being the professional, actually giving the advice, not selling people on why they need to use me. And I was thinking about my doctor last night. Similar situation. Financial planner is a professional, doctor is a professional. My doctor doesn't spend a minute explaining to people about why you really ought to use him and the benefits you'll receive if you go consult a professional. No, he spends his day helping people. And when I work with a new client, I have no idea at the beginning of the relationship how I'm going to be helping that particular client. I don't know the value that that client is going to receive until the relationship unfolds and I find out their situation. And I might be giving them totally different advice than what I'm giving to another client. And it's just like my doctor. I mean, I go to my doctor one year and I'm asking him about my allergies. And then the next year I go in there and my doctor might say, hey, based on your age, we need to do a colon cancer screening. And then another one of his patients comes in and is struggling with high cholesterol. And that doctor, I found, I really like my primary care physician. I really like him. I found that no matter what I ask him, he's extremely knowledgeable on any of those topics. So everybody benefits, but the value that I receive is different than the value that the guy with high cholesterol receives. And so I didn't know yesterday when I showed up to work that Renee was going to call me and ask me about the required beginning date of required minimum distributions from an IRA. I didn't know that that's what I was going to be explaining yesterday, but that's what happens. And sometimes I impress myself because I get into this mode of thinking that, well, I'm nobody really special. I don't know that much. And then I'm on the phone with a client and they're asking me something and I'm rattling off the answers. And I know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff when it comes to financial planning. And sometimes I sit there and I go, wow, I'm an expert. And it's funny because I was in the restroom thinking about my speech this morning and I remembered that the Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards actually contacted me as a potential subject matter expert to write questions for the Certified Financial Planner exam. And I had forgotten all about that until I was in the restroom before this speech. I mean, I took the Certified Financial Planner test, which is a very difficult test. I mean, there was a woman there who was taking it for the 5th time. That test fails people out of the room. It was a 10-hour test when I took it. Half the people take it, do not pass, and these are smart people who studied. I passed it on the first attempt, just like any other license I've received in this business. Passed them things on the first attempt. But not only that, they actually contacted me and said, hey, we think you might be the kind of guy that would actually write questions for this test. And at the time they contacted me and asked me that, I was too busy and I wasn't able to do it. And then time went by and I forgot all about it until I was in the restroom this morning. But how do I help people? How do I explain that? Well, I don't know. I mean, if you want clean and healthy teeth, you go see Dr. Diaz. If you want to buy a piece of real estate, you go see Gloria Steele. If you want to renovate your home, you go see Diana Grabowski. If you want a better level of service with regard to your banking, you go see Lee Pearson. If you get in a car accident, go see Dr. Tommy. Go see Michael Hancock. If you want to build wealth, go see Brian Wade. I don't waste a minute of my day trying to explain to people why they should build wealth, why it matters, why it's great to have financial security and financial freedom. I don't have time to get into that. If you want to build wealth, Go see Brian Wade. And now I'll switch gears a little bit because this is our networking group and you folks are helping me build my business, which I greatly appreciate. But I want you to know that I really want to continue to grow my business. I've done well, partially because of my 11 years in the movers and shakers. But I cannot rest on that success because Grace, who I spoke to yesterday, who started working with me when she was age 65, is about to turn 80. And her husband died during our time in working together. Now, Grace plays tennis 4 times a week, and she's dating a man who is 9 years younger than her. I called her a cougar yesterday on the phone. I mean, she could live to easily to age 90. She's super healthy, super young. But the point I'm making to the movers and shakers is that half my clients are getting older. And then the other half are like Generation X. It's a reality of my business that I will lose clients. And so I need the movers and shakers to help me find new clients. I'm motivated. I have every bit the motivation and the energy that I had when I started in this business in terms of wanting to meet new people, wanting to help them grow, wanting to get referred to people. And all I need is my sales team to help do it for me, to believe in me, to believe in financial planning, to believe that people benefit from a professional helping them grow wealth, invest money, and make financial decisions. And so it's with your help that I'm going to continue to do well in this business, that I'm going to continue for the next 20 plus years, that I'm going to grow, that I'm going to meet new people. And I thank you. I thank you so much. I'm very grateful for that help. Brian Wade, Tampa Financial Group.
Great job, Brian. Next time you ever feel down, don't move yourself in the mirror. You say, I am